Hi, Collective. My name is Delilah. Welcome to Starseed Direct. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome to the edge, baby. I want to take a moment to thank all my new subscribers as well as my veteran galactic travelers for joining me this evening on this episode of Starseed After Dark. Now, this particular message is one that I have been meditating on redoing for the last couple of nights because I tried to record it a couple of nights ago and it really, you know, the Holy Spirit really told me to redo it and, with more intent and surgical premise, for lack of better wording. Okay, so first off, I would like to thank each and every one of you that have shared your energy through like, comment, share, or subscribe, right? If you would like to see other ways that I get down, check my information in the description box below. Also, our Black Friday sale will be going live a week early, starting on Friday the 19th. Everything is going on sale, including my readings. I'm going to be doing a flash sale and taking personal reading bookings all throughout next week. Okay. And then after November, I will no longer be doing personal readings. Okay. But if you want to do any of the other services on the website, will still be up. I still will be doing counseling and coaching, but personal readings will be completely gone for the month of December. Okay, so if you want to book a reading, this week is going to be the time to do it, and it will also save you, a little bit of cheddar. Okay. Also, if you would like to participate in this month's Lightwork mission, which is assisting the tri state area that I live in, donating to the Abused Women and Children's Initiative, okay, which means that all of your donations to Starseed Direct for the month of November, whether that is financially or physical products, will be divvied up between the shelter system in the tri state area, okay? So thank you in advance to those who have already participated, and thank you to those who will be doing so. All right, with that being said, this particular reading, 222, is about the 9 declarations. Okay, you can't see the card, but it's okay. We're going to go through them. The 9 declarations. This is out of the Motivation Manifesto Oracle deck, which I absolutely love. I love motivational quotes. Prior to getting into divination on any kind of accord, I always kept my vibes high with waking up and reading motivational quotes. Okay, I also am an avid uh, follower of motivational speakers because they have assisted me in keeping my vibration high before I even knew what vibration was, right? The law of vibration. All right, so this particular reading is going to be about the 9 declarations and how by declaring these 9 things over your life will help you during your light work journey, okay? So the first declaration is meet life with full presence and power, right? So let's break that down for a second. Meeting life with full presence and power. What is that going to require, collective? Is that going to be a physical thing? Is that going to be a mental thing? Or is that going to be a spiritual thing? All right. Now, the correct answer is all three. Waking up every day positive, motivated, and ready to face whatever the day brings you, okay? Whether it's good or bad, because there's good in every situation that happens. I personally like to think I don't ever lose, I learn. And when I learn, I still win, right? And this is maybe the declaration that you need to make with whatever personally you may be going through at this time, okay? Meeting life with full presence, showing up even when you don't feel like showing up. Because again, you making that effort for yourself is going to inspire another person to do the same. Or even if it's not to inspire others, you could literally be instilling that same inspiration in yourself. Okay, for example, say you have a calendar and you have a goal or a habit that you're trying to obtain, whether that's quitting something or sticking to a new regimen consistently to make it a lifestyle choice. You're crossing out those days, right? Every day you wake up and you take care of whatever, you have another day you went without something that you know is bad for you. Or say I really want to get, a certain amount of hours at the gym, or whatever your goal is, right? You cross that off on the calendar. You're like, okay, maybe the next morning you're feeling sore, or maybe the next morning you really, say a friend calls you up and says, hey, I'm going to be in town in a couple days, or I'm going to be in town or your way tonight, I'm off, let's go have a couple drinks. And maybe you're trying to quit drinking, right? You're going to look up at that calendar and you're going to see, damn, I've already gone 18 days without a drink. It really sounds like a lot of fun, but do I want to start all over? Okay, those type of situations. Some people are visual people. Some people may not need a physical calendar. But the point of the message is you need to wake up every day and meet life with full presence and power. You have the power over your life to accept and not accept something, right? How can you expect someone else to treat you a certain way when you don't treat yourself that way, right? So that's what that declaration means to me, all right? Number two, reclaim your agenda by fully embracing declaration number one, which I love this because as you continue to take on each declaration, they support the next one. The second one is reclaiming your agenda, right? We all fall short or we lose sight of the real purpose behind things, our actions, our thoughts. Reclaiming your agenda every day allows you to stay focused, to stay motivated, and also to stay diligent on what the larger picture goal is, right? Say you have a 5 year plan, or say you have a 7 day plan, however long you want to, accordion it, right? Taking it step by step is going to allow you to then look back and be like, wow, like, look what I've achieved in that X amount of time, because you weren't so focused too much on the future. When we focus too far ahead, right? And my fellow intuitive people will know this because, I mean, we look into the future for a living, or some of us do this as a hobby. But when you look too far ahead constantly, you don't appreciate the present, right? So it's important for you every day to wake up and reclaim your agenda. Okay, today, you know, is leg day. Today, I'm going to make sure I get my water intake in. Today, I'm going to make sure that, I set my goal, or, I have X, Y, and Z I want to finish by Friday, right? Say you have a week to do list. On Monday, I took care of this and this. Okay, we're reviewing what we already crossed off the list. On Tuesday, I want to try to take care of something else. Don't get frustrated if you can't knock out everything in one day. As long as you take a step every day, you're still moving, right? This isn't a competition. This isn't, oh, let's see who can, tap dance faster than the next person. Remember who won the race. It was the turtle, not the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. It's almost more fulfilling also when you pace yourself and you're able to really ground in, that win versus rushing to be first, but it's sloppily done, right? Number three, defeat your demons, right? So you know what is a weak point for you. All of us have weak points. All of us, and no matter how far along your journey you are, whether you've been, a light worker your whole life, or you got activated as a child or an adult, it doesn't matter. We've all faced demons. None of us are perfect, right? And even as we have been already activated, it almost seems like we're even more of a target, right? Because as you continue to climb that spiritual ladder, you're going to be approached by different levels of demons. It's very, very important for you to stay focused on the mission, but also already realize that there's going to be opposition. If you're in this light work mission and you've taken on the soul contract, which true earth angels, star seeds of the light, okay, because there's many different types of star seeds, but the ones that are of the light, right? You know what your mission is. Now, if you choose to accept that soul contract or remember that soul contract that you came here to fulfill, you already know that you're going to be dealing with demons, all right? And that could be anything. That could be addictions, that could be demons energetically working through people, and it's sometimes it's the same damn demon working through multiple people. Okay, people will try to say, well, what role did you play in that to get abused all those years? People don't realize that, okay, yeah, you need to take responsibility for the role you played, but you also need to remember that you're chosen, right? And what you need to take responsibility for was the weakness in allowing that to happen. Okay? There is such a thing as bad things happening to good people. All right? And a lot of the times, it's because these people are chosen to do something great with their life that is subsequently tied to the greater mission on Mother Gaia, right? Also, I want to make a point to focus on the demons that serve you, not the demons of someone else, right? 1111 as I say that. You need to be more concerned about the demons over your life. Now, I know people will say, well, I'm here to break generational curses. If it's a demon affecting your life, I guarantee you, you defeat the demon in your life, and it's by default going to break generational strongholds over your bloodline. Because I guarantee you, whatever demon you're facing has been tormenting your bloodline for aeons. Okay? They're assigned, just like when we make our soul contract before we come here, and a lot of people don't remember because when you come through the physical birth canal, right? I actually watched a documentary on this not too long ago. Before you are born into the matrix, right? You make a soul contract with the Most High, all right? They lay it all out for you. And then you choose your parents, okay? Some people will be like, oh, I didn't choose this life. I didn't choose to be here. Yes, you did. You chose to be here. You chose to be in that family dynamic to learn karmic lessons, whether that was to teach your physical 3D parents something or your bloodline something, or maybe to clear up karmic debt from a past life. If you are an older soul, if you are a new soul, it was for you to learn something from it and grow something from it. A lot of people don't realize that, say you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth, okay? The things that you overcame as a child is going to help so many more people after you that are inspired by how you persevered. Where the demons catch you up at is they want to keep you isolated, depressed, suicidal, and hurt over the things that have happened for you, over and over. They want to keep you in this Eight of Swords energy, right? They want to keep you in your head reminiscing about, oh, well, this happened to me when I was a kid, or I've been through X, Y, and Z relationships where I was abused, and this is from an abuse survivor. So please, don't be sensitive that I'm going here with it, but I need someone to understand why I'm going here with it. Is because I'm the type of person, okay, a light worker, that believes there's two type of people, right? There's the person that goes through things that never really heal from it, and then they bleed all over everyone else in their life. And then there's the same person, right, or another person that has gone through the same exact type of experience, right? That instead of bleeding all over everyone, they did the healing work and then taught others how to appendage the wound, right? You could either learn from it or you can leak for the rest of your life. It's going to be up to you. Now, I've met both spectrums of people in my life, right? Because you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. Some people heal faster than others people. Some stuff takes years to overcome. But if you're not making an active effort every day, right? There's many different ways you can work on this. But if you're not making an active effort every day to work through these past transgressions or wounding, you're going to end up bleeding all over someone else that possibly was brought into your life to love you, that was possibly brought into your life to learn something from you. And once that dynamic is set and it's realized that they can't learn from you, if anything, it's further inflicting trigger wounds that they came into the relationship with, it's time to wash your hands of that situation, right? Because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can't heal for someone else, which is what brings me back to the first point. You cannot defeat someone else's demons. You can only defeat your own. And hope and pray that by these people observing you, breaking the generational curses over you and your stronghold bloodline, that it will inspire them to do the work and defeat their own demons. Now, number 4, advance with abandon. Okay, this is screaming abandonment issues, right? You want to move forward. You don't want to get caught up over what happened, last Wednesday with so and so at work, and you want to bring in new energy next week and then feel triggered because, well, it's Wednesday again. And I remember last Wednesday, this person had the audacity to steal my parking spot at work. And I worked hard to be, so and so at work. And this special parking spot is for me, or I'm the employee of the month. I should be able to get park here. It's like, you want to let go of things. Now, again, that's going to be harder for some people than others. I've been told a lot in my life that, how do you stay so bubbly? How do you stay so optimistic? You're a fool to be so nice to these people. They're just going to continue to hurt you. No, my vibration stays high. Yes, I do get upset about things, but I cool out real quick. And then I move forward because I know ultimately, unless I advance and keep it moving, I'm going to be stuck again in that Eight of Swords energy. And this is where the enemy thrives. As long as the enemy can keep you spinning your wheels, you'll never actually go anywhere, right? Think of it as a bike, right? Do we want to be stuck on sleepy time tea, riding a bike to nowhere? Absolutely fucking not. This bike's gotta go, okay? And no offense to sleepy time tea, I love tea, but we gotta take it in the thermos because we got somewhere to go, right? All right. So you want to definitely advance without any abandonment issues, whichever side of that you're on. Okay, you could be the one that felt abandoned, or you could feel bad about leaving something behind. But I promise you, 100% guarantee you that if it's something that's really meant to be in your life, they're going to meet you where you're at. And if you stay high vibe, by default, you're doing your mission as a light worker. Because what do we come here to do? We came here to raise Earth's vibration, right? So, for example, say you move forward and you decide to fully go into hermit mode and do your spiritual shadow work, healing, keeping your vibes high, and start making changes that's going to better your life. Okay? The best way to make changes is to start with you, right? So, say these energies are so used to being in your energy, right? Because instead of doing the healing themselves, they just want to siphon off of your healing energy, right? So they can appear as healed. Okay, think of it as you being the cleric. Okay, they want you to come across the battlefield and buff them real quick. They want you to wave your staff and send them a heal real quick, right? Instead of using that health pack that they have in their inventory and bandaging their own wounds, right? Okay, not saying it's not high vibrational to be a healer. It is. But what we're here to do is not just catch fish for others to eat. We're supposed to teach them how to fish so they can eat forever, right? Okay, so this is what we're doing. For you to be able to assist someone else with abandonment issues, you have to advance without being in that same issue, okay? Number 5, practice joy and gratitude. I can't stress enough how important this declaration is. It literally breeds change. Probably why the author of this deck made it number 5. Okay? If they didn't do it on purpose, their intuition absolutely told them to, because 5 is the number of change. We're also in the year of the Hierophant, which is a higher calling and God given authority. When you practice joy and gratitude, you are able to manifest at a rate that is unreal to the more pessimistic person. Okay, I don't care how rich you are, I don't care how much stuff you have. You literally need to be grateful for everything you have. Okay, I've instilled in my children at a very young age to wake up and be grateful for everything they have. Okay, even if they don't have everything they want right at that second, which, I work very hard to give my kids what they want, so they rarely need for anything. But even me as an adult, or you collective, you need to be grateful to be able to sit up out of your bed every morning and be able to breathe and open your eyes. Like, literally, maybe you need, for you to get in the habit of doing so, you need to start having an open communication with the Most High. I know a lot of people, depending on your religion, there may be certain times you have to pray and all that, but personally, my relationship with the Most High and my spirit team, my guardian angels, whatever you want to allude it to, I talk to them like they sitting standing right next to me. People may think I'm crazy, but it's really not about what other people think. I talk to God like God is with me at all times. Okay, like He's my physical 3D father. I'm like, hey Father, I just woke up from an amazing sleep. Thank you so much for giving me peace while I was sleeping. Thank you for the opportunity to meditate for a few minutes. Thank you so much for protecting my children, protecting my mission, protecting my light, protecting everything that you have already set forth in the soul contract for me to have, despite what people say and do, right? It could be literally anything. I thank God for food to eat. I thank God for having clothes on my back. Like, you want to practice gratitude and joy because it naturally raises your vibration. And the whole purpose of doing this is to keep your vibration high, because as light workers is very important. Not only does it boost our spiritual gifts, but literally we are walking beacons on the planet. The heart, literally, this is scientifically proven, it emits an electromagnetic field around your body, which is essentially what spirituality labels as your auric field, right? So if you're practicing joy and gratitude, you're naturally boosting your auric field, okay? And when your auric field is strong, other people on that frequency can feel it, right? And it's a safer way for you to share that energy without depleting yourself, because this way you're teaching others to do the same versus just pouring all of your energy into someone and not getting anything back, right? All right. Number 6, do not break integrity. It's very, very important for you not to break integrity. I don't care what it is. There's a lot of us that go through things, especially with this pandemic that we're all going through together all over the world. We've all had to face some pretty gruesome and stressful situations. But I can sit here honestly with my testimony, Starseeds, and say, I never had to lay on my back for a dollar. I never had to plunder, lie, cheat, or steal for a dollar. I never had to trip the next person for a dollar, okay? Or to survive, or to get a come up, or any of these things. Why? Because I wholeheartedly believe that integrity is necessary for this journey, okay? And you're going to come across some people, no matter what you do for work, no matter what walk of life you want to partake in, that are going to try to persuade you, right? You know, you could just cut a couple of corners this way, and you know, we can put in a good word for you, or if you do this favor for us, then we'll put you on. Or, if you just stay quiet about that shady ass shit we did to you in the past, we might be able to sprinkle a little something for you now because we kind of feel bad about it. Don't break your integrity. When you live your life in integrity, the Most High is going to put the right people in your life. You need to stand on your word, right? If you give someone your word, you need to stand on it. If you have a mission you want to carry out, you need to fulfill that mission. Now, other people will try to throw in your face, oh, well, I thought you said you were going to do this at such and such time. Shit happens, collective, okay? But if you have integrity, you know that everything, whether it's a hiccup or a stride, the Most High allows these things to happen for a reason. Maybe if you had rushed to drop whatever that is or follow through with that for that person, it wouldn't have turned out the way you wanted. Or maybe you didn't really know what this person's motives was really about. That's why the Most High paused on that. It was like, I don't think you should work with that person. I can't reveal to you why yet, but right now, I'm going to put a pause on that, okay? Walk by faith, not sight, collective. A lot of times, things happen for a very, very specific reason. It may not be the season for that person to coagulate y'all's energies together. But when you know, okay? When you were drawn to someone or someone was drawn to you for a high vibrational reason, trust and believe. Integrity is going to be a big deciding factor there. Now, number 7 is amplify love. This kind of ties in to number 5 of us talking about the auric field, right? So amplifying love is very, very important. You could do this several different ways, okay? Keep in mind that the Most High is love. In several different texts, love is alluded to vibration, energy, literally source. Source is defined as love in religious texts. It's very, very important for you to amplify this. Now, I'm not saying we're all going to be, you know, perfect little angels. None of us are. We all have a past, and some of us are still working through some things to get to that point we want to be in, right? Okay, because I don't want anyone to feel excluded from this. No matter where you are in your journey, you are important. The Most High chose you for a reason. Don't feel discouraged because that's what the enemy wants you to feel. But even someone on a low vibration or karmic path right now can decide today, hey, I want to make a change in my life. I feel a higher calling over my life and I want to change the way I think about shit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be important for you to amplify love in a situation. Now, I know, collective, some situations it's harder to love than in others, okay? But you got to move in love. Remember, love is a verb. It's a thing you do, right? And whatever you put out is what you're going to get back, right? Now, some people will try to manipulate this truth and say, oh, it's only love if you do this, that, and a third for me. No, love is love. And you're going to know love because you're going to feel it right all up in this heart chakra, right? It's important for you to amplify this, all right? If you're having issues with amplifying love, all right, you need to declare today that for you to be able to love anybody on the level that you want to be loved, you first have to love yourself at that level, okay? And people misconstrue this with ego and pride and all that. No, ego and pride are completely different things than self-love, okay? Because you can't love someone if you're not whole already. We're not in the business of codependency. We want to be whole already so we can attract another whole person, right? Right. Now, number 8, inspire greatness. No story, short or small, big or tall, low or high, isn't without inspiration from the Most High, okay? Even if you chose the left-handed path, there is some part of your story that can inspire someone else to change their life for the better. I personally believe that not every lesson that you have to learn this lifetime, whether it's tied to a karmic debt that you have to um, clear or not, is one that you have to physically go through yourself. I have sat through and heard a lot of people's stories, not just throughout my life, but right here on YouTube amongst my fellow peers. And I've been inspired to hear how people have overcome things. Before I was even a single mother in the situation I'm in now, there were a few people that I've listened to their stories, and it gave me hope and it gave me motivation to know that they were too at one point. I'm gonna share a quick story with y'all. When I first left my husband, I was homeless, right? And the night that I laid on the cold bare floor at the shelter, right, because they were out of cots, I laid there and I was watching YouTube. Okay, I won't disclose the reader I was watching, but I was watching YouTube, and this person was doing a reading. Um, I don't remember the details of the reading, but this is a single mother, okay, and she was talking about reminiscing back on times where she started from the very bottom, and that gave me hope. I got emotional during that reading because at that point that was right where I was at. Now nobody knew on a public accord that I was even going through this because it was right around the time where I was just starting to get traction in my songwriting career, and a lot of people were inspired by the things I was saying. But behind the scenes, I was going through a lot of things. Some of the best things I've written, whether it was poetry or music, has come out of a hardship time, right? So, what I'm saying is, at any level in your journey, you can still inspire someone else. So don't be afraid to be your true, authentic self, no matter where you are in your journey, because I guarantee you that inspiration is going to flow. I'm getting goosebumps right now. It's going to inspire your greatness, someone else's greatness, and wake up so many people to the truth of the matter, because what the matrix is designed for you to do is to loathe yourself. The enemy wants to keep you in what? Your head, to think that you need to be codependent, you need to be in a situation of lack. Okay, you could still be a millionaire and still be up in your head in a situation of lack spiritually, right? Because there's a lot of people that, you know, I think the Bible says, what is, I don't remember exactly, okay? So don't fault me, okay? What is it to gain the whole world and lose your soul, right? So there's a lot of people, no matter what tax bracket they're in, no matter what walk of life they're in, that go through things, right? But what do they do with their story? Are they inspiring others to be great, or are they further feeding into the lie that, you have to have this amount of money, you have to have this kind of car, you got to have this kind of house, this kind of girl or guy, you have to have this kind of BBL done, you have to have this kind of hair, you got to, it's like, at what point are people going to wake up and realize that you're fearfully and wonderfully made, right? The first time that I had an audition, they really loved my work. But when they physically saw me, right, they were like, you know, so I'm thinking that you should definitely get a weave, right? Like they started going down all these lists of things. How can we market this person, right? They try to fit you in certain boxes of past people. They really, honestly, a lot of karmic energies from my past will say, "Oh, it's a weight thing," but they actually didn't get on me about my weight. What they said was, "Hey, I know a really good doctor in Miami. We can get you tightened up in 6 weeks." Like, it's not even that situation, but the example of it is someone is always going to try to fit you in a box, right? But the reality of the situation is Collective, you can inspire anyone, no matter what size you are, no matter how tall you are, no matter what your skin color is, no matter what genre of music you do, or whatever kind of art you create. It does not matter. It does not matter. There's billions of people on the planet. There is someone that is going to be inspired by what you have to say, what you have to share, and it's allowing you to do your light work. They're going to be awoken, and really that's the main purpose at this point. If all you came here to do was wake them up, well done. All right? And the last one, number 9, is slow time. Slow time. People will sit here and try to rush you. That could be for their own manipulative agendas. The enemy, again, wants to kill and destroy. The enemy wants to devour all of your light and dim it. And what is the best way to do that? To make you feel like there's not enough time. Okay? As a true light worker, you can declare today and know and embrace the fact that there is no such thing as time. You're not too old to go after that goal. You're not too old to have the best body of your life. You're not too old to write music, to write a book, to do anything that you want to do. I've seen people twice the age as me win medals at the Olympics. Okay? People without arms, without legs, achieve great things. People really need to stop with their low vibrational and negative message of you're not good enough, because this is how the enemy traps you. They want you to think you're not good enough to achieve what you came here to do, but the reality is you're more than good enough. You're the best at what you do. Right, collective? Right. So slow down and know and declare today these 9 declarations over your life. And if you need to watch this video again every day, I'm going to put timeless in the subject. If you need to wake up and get motivated, please feel free to give this a spin. I love you. From one light worker to another, never forget, you hold the light.